Thank you, class of 2017, and please be seated.
Good evening and welcome, family, friends, faculty, and distinguished guests, as we join together to celebrate the 59th Commencement for Fridley High School and the graduating class of 2017. I'm Ariane Jones.
And I'm Maya Salo, 2017 graduates and your humble MCs for tonight's commencement ceremony.
We would like to begin this evening by introducing the people on the stage behind us.
From the audience's right to left, we have Activities Director Dan Roth.
Amy Cochran, Principal of Fridley Alternative Learning Center.
Assistant Principal Kelly McConville.
Patty Awesome, Principal of Fridley High School.
The Superintendent of Fridley Public Schools, Dr. Peggy Flathman.
School Board Chair Marcia Lindblad, and board members Kim Sampson, Chris Riddle, Carol Thornton, Donna Perwito, and Mary Kay Delvo.
Our first student speaker of the evening is Sabrina Barrett. Sabrina was involved in many activities during her 4 years at FHS, a few being speech, volleyball, and dance. Next year, she will be attending Southwest Minnesota State University. Please help me welcome 2017 graduate Sabrina Barrett to the stage.
We walk through the doors of Fridley High School not only to get an education, but to make connections, grow as people, create memories, and to learn important life lessons. School is so much more than just the walls we sit in 5 out of the 7 days of the week. It is also the shelter where we have gotten to know some of our closest friends. A place where we have grown closer to each other. We made it through these past 4 years. This moment is joyous and certainly a time to celebrate. But as Joyce DiDonato once said, one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself, right here, right now, in this single, solitary, monumental moment in your life, is to decide, without apology, to commit to the journey and not to the outcome. I want to take this time to focus on our journey up to this point, for that is truly what we are celebrating this evening. Whether you have been here since freshman year or just started here this year, we have all made memories we will keep with us for the rest of our lives. Not only fun memories, like cheering on our fellow Tiger athletes, inside jokes we have made with our sports teams or clubs, amazing performances in band or choir, or even just spending time with our friends during lunch. We have also had some sad memories, like losing a classmate and friend, or having one of our favorite teachers retire or move on. These are the memories to cherish and reminisce about years from now. These are the memories that brought us closer together as a family and taught us important life lessons. Got a big assignment due in 2 weeks? When else do you start the assignment but the night before? These are the time management skills we have learned. Who needs to know how to pay taxes or balance a checkbook? Instead, I know how to take the second derivative of a function. Thanks, Will Miss. This is what has made us who we are, the class of 2017, known for always turning in our homework late and being the only class to know the tragedy of 3 lunches before 1 lunch got taken away. Good thing we learned our lesson. All these moments will further define us as we embark on our next journey and move forward into our futures. Some of us will head off to college, some trade schools, and some the military or jobs in the real world. This is only one step on our journey ahead. Let's commit wholeheartedly to the journey and make the most of everything the world has to offer. Don't focus on the if-onlys. Instead, focus on the what-ifs. Always follow your heart. Never have any regrets. Don't hold back. Say what you want to say and do what you want to do. Remember, life is about the journey and not the destination. As Everwood once said, if you're feeling frightened about what comes next, don't be. Embrace the uncertainty. Allow it to lead you places. Be brave as it challenges you to exercise both your heart and your mind as you create your own path towards happiness. Don't waste time with regret. Spin wildly into your next action. Enjoy the present, each moment, as it comes, because you will never get another one quite like it. At this time, I would like to take a moment to thank our teachers and faculty for supporting us through our journey, our parents, friends, and family for being there for us when we needed someone to turn to, and for being here with us today. None of this would have been possible without any of you. Thank you for this wonderful journey, and wherever we end up in life, the friends we have made will be there for us whenever. Just remember, if you're going to college and have a big research paper due, Wikipedia is the best thing ever. Anyone in the world can write anything they want about any subject, so you know you're getting the best possible information. Michael Scott. We did it, class of 2017. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabrina.
At this time, would the choir and band members please make their way to the performance areas?
Our first musical selection for this evening's commencement is Seasons of Love from Jonathan Larson's musical Rent, performed by the immensely talented Fridley High School Choir under the direction of Nikki Joe Zeleny.
as she cried, and Bridget Seaburn, oh, the way that she died. Remember the
Thank you, choir. That was a beautiful song. Our second student speaker of the evening is a dear friend of mine, Leanne Lennon. Leanne will be attending MCTC this fall to become a nurse, and I'm so proud of her because she is facing her fear of public speaking to give this speech tonight. Leanne Lennon, everyone.
Good evening, friends, family, faculty, and students. Before I begin, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming tonight, and a big congrats to the class of 2017. We've made it through 4 years of high school. Somehow, we all survived the drama, the tears, the stress, and the worries. But let's not forget all the good times, like homecoming, Friday night football games, basketball games, and prom. We've survived it all together as one. Everything that has happened has led us to be in these seats that we're sitting in right now, surrounded by people that love, support, and believe in us. Flashback to freshman year. I know some of us were brand new to Fridley, and some, like myself, went to the middle school. Some of you were probably scared on the first day, worrying about finding your class or who you were going to sit with at lunch. If you were like me, you thought you were so cool because you were in high school and weren't that middle schooler anymore. You weren't worried about finding friends or who to sit with at lunch because you already had friends from the middle school. But what most of us probably failed to realize freshman year was that as freshmen, we're not cool at all. Freshman year, we were all so young and not knowing much. And from then to now, we've all grown into amazing individuals pursuing our own dreams. Fast forward to sophomore year. We got through our first year of high school. Now we all think we're so cool because we aren't the freshmen anymore. School isn't too difficult yet, except we have to do these personal projects, which was more work than I ever wanted to do. This is the year when you start to grasp high school. You get to know more people and find the things you like to do. Jump into junior year. We're not underclassmen anymore. Yay for that. This is probably the most stressful year. We have our ACTs, and now is the time we start looking at colleges. At this point in high school, we're all over it. At least I was. This was the year that I became an expert at procrastinating all my work. This speech is one of the few things I didn't actually procrastinate on these past 4 years. Now it's senior year, and we're graduating. Most of us are making exciting and scary decisions on what we want to do in the future. Whoever told me that senior year was the easiest lied. Trying to figure out what I want to do with my life when I still have a hard time deciding what to wear in the morning is difficult. In just a few minutes, we will be walking across the stage, receiving our diplomas, and tossing up our caps. Everything that we've been through is now going to be worth it. If you've ever played the game of life, you know that at the beginning of the game, you get to choose two different paths, the career path or the college path. We are now at that point in our lives where we choose a path. Whatever path you choose, be great at it and give it all you got. Classmates, remember to thank your family and your friends for their support throughout these years. Thanks, Mom. Also, please thank your teachers because they've helped us so much. They've dealt with us on our bad days and helped us get to this point. Each of us seniors have a special connection with a teacher in this room. So on behalf of this class, thank you for all you've done to guide us towards our goals. To the administration of Fridley High School, we thank you for what you have done to help us reach this point in our lives. I am so proud to be part of the class of 2017. You are all great people, and I wouldn't want to be in any other class. Whether or not I will see some of you in my future, good luck to you all, and I wish you the best. I'd like to finish with a quote by an actor, Alan Alda, about ending one journey in order to start another. He said, "You have to leave the city of your comfort and go into the wilderness of your intuition. You can't get there by bus, only by hard work and risk, and by not quite knowing what you're doing. But what you'll discover will be wonderful. What you'll discover will be yourself." Thank you.
Thank you, Leanne. Now for the amazing musical stylings of Fridley High School's band performing Mambo from the popular musical West Side Story under the direction of Michael Pearson. Thank you, band, for the fun song. Thank you, Mr. Pearson. And at this time, all senior choir and band members may return to their seats. Yoo-hoo, Maya. Are you coming? Well, it's about time.
You know, Ari, tonight wouldn't be complete without one of Fridley's most cherished traditions, a top 10.
Top
10 reasons why the class of 2017 is the best. Number 10, we got a new gym, auditorium, and lunchroom, but by the time all the renovations were complete, we only got to enjoy them for 5 months.
The 9th reason our class is the best is the class of 2017 had the year of firsts. Boys tennis went to state, we had a state champion in speech, and record-breaking scholarship award winners.
Not to mention, the Fridley community gave this class over $100,000 in scholarship money.
Number 8. Shout out to our dean for taking the best senior photos. Go follow him on Instagram at JimmyJuice88.
The 7th reason the class of 2017 is the best, because we are so hot, we had a record-breaking amount of fire drills during 7th hour this spring.
Reason number 6. The teachers who helped us get here not only taught us the Pythagorean theorem and the themes within To Kill a Mockingbird,
but also taught us about gender fluidity, hypermasculinity, religion, race, and how to be an individual.
and also how to pronounce all those words. Number 5, we got a new principal and she lived up to her name, Miss Awesome.
Reason number 4, we are the class that defined glow up.
Number 3, we can finally say we're done with high school homework, drama, DP tests,
And chicken patties.
Since a few of us had some attendance issues this year, it made sense to hold graduation off campus. Hi, Mr. Macondo.
And the number 1 reason that this year's graduating class is the best is because of all the amazing young adults we are staring at.
We're so lucky to be your classmates and friends. Oh yeah, the class of 2017 rules!
Before we go, it is our pleasure to introduce tonight's staff speaker. This is a person who was voted on by the class of 2017.
This year's choice is none other than our senior dean, Jimmy Juice 88 himself, Mr. Jim Cummings.
Oh my, is my heart beating fast right now. You guys are awesome. To the school board, Superintendent Flathman, members of the administration, students, teachers, parents, grandparents, guardians, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for this opportunity to speak tonight and to share with all of you what it means to me to be the Dean of Students for the class of 2017. To all you students with the caps and gowns on tonight, congratulations, you made it! Yeah! I'm very honored and humbled to be able to address this hall tonight, knowing that you have so many accomplished, articulate, and caring teachers that you've had the chance to work with day to day over the last 4 years. I want to tell you all what it means to me that I got to be your dean and how much working with all of you has enriched my life as it relates to my career and how I view myself as a school official and a human being. But first, a little bit of history. My career at Fridley High School began with my phone ringing on a hot summer day in 2005. I almost didn't get to the phone because I was taking my daughter Ellie, who was a toddler at the time, out of the bathtub. I quickly wrapped her in a towel and answered the phone with bubble bath suds all over my hands. Dave Webb, the principal at the time, was on the other end of the line. After greeting me in his mild-mannered, friendly voice, Dave told me that he looked at my application and he asked me what I knew about the International Baccalaureate and whether or not I was interested in being a dean of students at Fridley Public Schools. I was honest, and I said that I wasn't familiar with IB, but I was very interested in the job, and I was willing to learn what International Baccalaureate was all about. He invited me in for an interview that afternoon, and the next day I was hired. That was the beginning of my fantastic journey at FHS. I was both nervous and excited about my new career at Fridley. I knew deep down that I had a passion for helping kids, but I had little experience working with high school-age students and their families. To top it off, I had very little time in schools with students from different cultural backgrounds. My wife Jennifer and I grew up together in the small town of Aiken, Minnesota. For those of you not familiar with Aiken, it's a farming and vacation town about 2 hours north of the Twin Cities, about 15 miles north of Mille Lacs Lake. Growing up, there wasn't much in the way of diversity in our little town, and honestly, not much has changed. My first year as a dean at Fridley was quite interesting, to say the least. My first day was one of our kickoff days, where our duties included helping students fix problems with their class schedule. I remember sitting at my desk, getting a look out the window of our office and seeing a big football player by the name of Cedric Okoye peering through our window at me. He was the first student who came in and asked me for help with his schedule. Cedric's family was from Nigeria. Later that day, I registered 2 students who had just arrived from Russia. On another occasion, we met and arranged schedules for 8 siblings from Ethiopia. One of those boys nearly qualified for the Olympics in track and field last year. Over the years, the experience of meeting these families and engaging with these young people on a day-to-day basis has had an immeasurable impact on me and how I approach my job. Because what I've learned and come to appreciate along my journey that started in that little town with one stoplight was the richness of our differences. I first met the class of 2017 at Fridley Middle School in February 2013. How many of you remember this? Being that I would be their dean the following school year, it was my duty to visit them in the middle school to discuss their registration for 9th grade classes and talk about life at the high school. My initial thought when I met you guys was how energetic you all were and how genuinely curious you were about the day-to-day at Fridley at the high school. I remember how fun it was sitting with you in the middle school library and helping you pick your classes and answer your important questions about things like lunch and how long passing time was. When I reflect on what it means to be the dean of the class of 2017, I can't help but smile. This is a class with a ton of character and so many young people with wonderful, unique personalities. Yes, we've had some trying times, and challenges that we face together are numerous. But honestly, I wouldn't have traded this experience for anything. At Fridley High School Pep Fest, the students bring out top 10 lists to add flavor to the event. And Ari and Maya just brought another one and entertained us with one tonight. Well, I've come up with my own top 10 list to describe my experience with this class, so without hesitation, here it is. The top 10 reasons why I love the class of 2017. Number 10, I got to be your dean for all 4 years. Yeah. Number 9, this class has produced some of the best athletes and sports teams in my 12 years as a dean at Fridley. Number 8, this class is graduating some of the best musicians, singers, artists, actors, dancers, techies, and speech makers in the history of Fridley High School. Number 7, the class of 2017 has produced some of the most accomplished students academically I've ever had the pleasure of working with, and some of the hardest working students ever. Number 6, this class is extremely passionate about the issues that affect their lives, and they work very hard to make the world a better place. Number 5, this class taught me how to dab and to whip a nene. I'm not going to do it. Number 4, class of 2017 has given me more nicknames than any other class. Mostly good ones. Number 3, the class of 2017 has survived hall sweeps, one lunch drama, switching to semesters, switching sides of the gym, building construction, administration changes, grading changes, and tumultuous election cycles. Number 2, this class is like a family. They argue and annoy one another, but they also support one another, love one another, and come together at the most critical times. And the number 1 reason I love the class of 2017, we can be real with each other. We never have to pretend who we are or how we really feel, and it's okay. You guys know that if I yell at you about something, it's because I care. And I also understand that the mistakes that you've made don't define you. They are all a part of the learning process. We've tried really hard to accept one another for who we really are, and I think that's awesome. It's the most rewarding thing to me. Which brings me to the end of my speech and what my hopes and dreams are for the class of 2017. I'm both sad and hopeful when I think about you guys leaving Fridley High School and starting new adventures, whether it's college, tech school, the military, work, or volunteering. We all know the world can be rough and tough. You have all felt this at one time or another over the last 4 years. But if I know one thing about this class, it's that you guys are resilient. You can get knocked down and come back up swinging. I know you'll be ready for the challenges waiting for you. You guys are resourceful, street smart, and wise in ways you may not even realize. You have an awareness of people and the world and how things work. In a huge way, that comes from being a graduate of Fridley High School. Just like I will never forget my small town roots, please don't ever forget what it means to graduate from Fridley. It means not only getting a quality high school education from some of the best teachers in the state, it means learning things that don't come from books and the internet, like how to treat people who are different than you, and what to do and who to rely on when things get tough. My hope for you boils down to this. Be proud that you were and always will be a Fridley Tiger. Be proud and tell the story far and wide of our school, our community, and our bond, which is like no other. Share with everyone you meet the wonderful stories about our school, like how fun our pep fests are, and how black and gold are the only colors on those days. Tell them about our fun lunches, homecoming, and snow days, and the variety of activities that kids can get involved in. And yes, tell your new college friends and coworkers about how as a class we celebrated together and how we mourned together and supported one another during some of the most difficult times. Never forget your teachers. We have some of the most talented men and women leading our classrooms, and they've devoted the last 4 years to prepare you for this night. Call your parents. And finally, please don't forget good old Mr. Cummins. Or is it Mr. Chummins, Jim, J-Dog, Dad, Mr. C, C Money, or Jimmy Juice 88? Because I'll never forget any of you and what it means to be the class of 2017. Thank you all, good luck, and go Tigers!
Thank you, Jim. Difficult to follow. I would like to begin our thank yous by first extending a huge thank you to our student MCs, Ariane Jones and Maya Selu. One second, stay right here. You can't leave yet. Your energy and charisma brought a special touch to tonight's ceremony, and we are thankful for your eloquent contribution. Thank you for saying yes, both of you. It means a lot. Thank you. At this time, you may rejoin your class. I would also like to extend a huge thank you to Mr. Pearson and Ms. Zeleny for their leadership and commitment to excellence of the Fridley High School music programs. In addition, I would like to recognize all the Fridley district staff present tonight and ask that you stand to be recognized for all of your contributions to our graduating class. Please stand. Thank you. Next, I would like to recognize and thank Sue Culbertson, who tirelessly coordinated the entire event this evening. Her attention to detail and tireless efforts make this night one we will remember for a long time. Sue. Also, a huge thank you to Alex Wynn and the custodial staff at the high school who set up a mock graduation at Fridley High School yesterday in preparation for tonight's ceremony. Thank you to Rick Roble, David Weber, Lance Bailey, Nick Grady, Matt Nalepka, and the media and tech crews for their video production for tonight's events. To the entire Fridley High School faculty and staff for your dedication in the lives of these students over the past 4 years to instill pride and high expectations. Thank you for being role models, mentors, and believing that the success of each and every student matters. And to the families of these graduates, I want to thank you for never giving up and for believing that today would come. We are certainly all in this together. Next, I would like to recognize our many honor students. The first group of students are being recognized for their choice to complete the full International Baccalaureate Diploma program and are recognized as full diploma candidates. This is the most rigorous course of study students complete. These students have completed 6 college-level courses and examination over the course of 2 years. Would these students please take a moment and stand? Congratulations to all of you. I would like to recognize the IB Scholars. These students completed 4 or more International Baccalaureate Diploma Program courses with external exams. Students, please stand. Congratulations to all of our IB Scholars. Now I would like all of the students with a 3.25 to 3.49 GPA graduating with honors, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. Would all of the students with a 3.5 to 3.74 GPA graduating with high honors, please stand to be recognized. Congratulations. Finally, would all the students graduating with the highest honors please stand to be recognized? These students have a 3.75 or above GPA and have taken a minimum of 3 IB diploma courses with external assessments. Please stand. Thank you. The class of 2017 will acknowledge our 3rd class of avid seniors. These students have taken the responsibility to embark on a rigorous academic journey that starts here and ends with a college degree. Would our avid seniors please stand? We also have a student who, in addition to meeting high school graduation requirements, has earned an associate degree while attending Anoka Ramsey Community College. Would Ramla Mahmoud stand and be recognized? Thank you. Good evening, class of 2017, families, staff members, district administration, school board members, and community. It is a proud moment for me to have the opportunity to celebrate the class of 2017 for one last time. You are all here tonight, all graduating as members of the Fridley High School class of 2017, but you each took a different path to get here. Some of you started in Fridley schools when you were young in our Tiger Club program. Some of you joined us in middle schools. Some of you came just this year from another school in Minnesota, another state, or even another country. Just as each of you took a different path that led you here tonight, you will each take a different path as you leave the Roy Wilkins Auditorium as Fridley High School graduates. I can't tell you where your path will take you or guarantee that it will be smooth, but I can promise you that you will have to deal with change. Sometimes change is thrilling, sometimes change is easy, and sometimes change is very, very scary. Look at the changes you've already had to face as you've become a student at Fridley High School. You had to navigate different classes, different friendships, and different activities. Through it all, you have taken risks, and they've paid off. You have participated in clubs like the Key Club, Youth in Government, and AASU, sharing your talents and skills to support our community and to celebrate our diverse experiences, which make Fridley High School an amazing community of learners. In fact, the Key Club has earned about $13,000 over the past 5 years for UNICEF's Eliminate project, which has the goal of eradicating maternal and neonatal tetanus across the globe. Many of you stuck with the sports and activities you played since you were in elementary school, or you chose the challenge of taking on something new. Clearly, those choices have paid off. Our football team made it to the state tournament for a second year in the row, and our speech and wrestling teams were Tri-Metro Conference champions with a state championship in speech. This spring, our boys tennis team was named the Tri-Metro Conference champions, as well as making it to state as a team for the first time since 1982. 10 of you have committed to collegiate athletics. Amid changing times in your life, you have anchored yourself in clubs and activities. Fridley Arts excelled at the Minnesota Scholastic Art and Writing Competition with 22 total awards in visual art and 12 in writing. At the Minnesota State High School League Art Competition, we took home 1 Excellent and 14 Superior Awards and a Spotlight on the Arts Award that went on to a statewide exhibition. 9 of you are full IB diploma candidates. You will receive both a Fridley diploma and an IB diploma. We also have 25 IB scholars amongst our senior class. These are students who have taken at least 4 IB courses per year and have completed external exams. Many of you have gotten into your dream schools. In addition, have been receiving prestigious academic scholarships, showing your character. I, like you, have gone through many changes in my journey to become the principal at Fridley High School. I began as a language arts teacher and a coach for many years, and have spent the last 13 years in administrative roles. With each new opportunity excited me, each new opportunity challenged me as well. Throughout each change, patience and perseverance grounded me. Hard work proved fundamental. It wasn't always easy. I've had to learn how to fail, how to be humble, and to pick myself back up. I've also discovered that I can reach out to others for support and guidance. You are now at the top, looking down. Next year, however, you will be at the bottom, looking up. Remember the lessons that you learned here at Fridley High School. You have found communities within the school to help you weather the changes of your life. You have learned through success, and you have learned through failure. You have gotten stuck, and with the help of your families and the guidance of your teachers and staff members, you have found your way. You have learned a lot, but perhaps the most important thing that you have learned is to forge ahead, even in the face of uncertainty. With this, you have become more independent, more resilient young adults. You are now ready for whatever path you take. I wish you all the strength to succeed as you go forth. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Peggy Flathman. She leads with vision and focus in serving our community. Her leadership continues to put Fridley schools on the forefront in innovation and creating high-level programs. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Flathman.
Thank you, Principal Awesome. Each year, it is humbling to stand before you, especially this year, with these incredible representatives of the class of 2017, with Sabrina and Leanne, Mr. Cummings, and these special MCs that were here, Ariane and Maya. We are also very happy to have all of you being able to be here and join us tonight in this new venue. Seniors, again this year, I am the last thing standing between you and those diplomas, so I'll make it brief. It is my pleasure to receive the class of 2017 as candidates eligible for the Fridley High School diploma. Congratulations to you and your parents and families who have supported you through this journey. Your accomplishments today is just the beginning of greater things that are ahead of you. Parents and families of our graduating seniors, in May of 2005, you were thinking about sending these children off to kindergarten in the fall, and now you're here, 12 years later, you're sending them off to the next adventure. You know well the journey that has brought them here. Throughout the years, you've offered help, encouragement, assistance, and you undoubtedly endured some growing pains. We thank you for taking this journey with your children. Because of your support, they have reached this important milestone today. Thank you for being here this evening to witness and celebrate your children's successes. I would also like to thank the faculty and staff of Fridley High School for their hard work in successfully preparing students to graduate. You have had a great impact on the lives of these young people, and you've heard that tonight. You mentored these students, you've supported them, you encouraged them, but most of all, you've challenged them to aim higher and reach for greater heights. Because of your hard work and unfailing belief in their potential, the class, these 202 students are ready to graduate. And now to the most important people in this room, seniors, today is a commencement, a beginning, a new chapter in your life. 4 years ago, when you started high school journey as a freshman, you had a goal that you would finish this high school diploma. You stayed focused, you worked hard, and today you have met this goal. Some of you did it through great challenges and difficulties, but even when it became overwhelming, when struggles became too much, when everything seemed to go wrong, instead of losing hope and giving up, you focused on your goal and continued to strive forward. Your accomplishments and success is a testimony of your tenacity and perseverance. And as you leave us today, I know that your experience here and the education that you received have widened the path of opportunities for you. So set your goals even higher, work harder to make your dreams come true, and whatever college or career you choose, may your opportunities for success continue to be limitless. We are very proud of each and every one of you. Now, the chair of the school board, Ms. Marcia Lindblad, and the other school board members, these seniors have fulfilled the requirements set forth by the Minnesota Department of Education and Fridley Public Schools. In recognition of this achievement, it is my honor and privilege to recommend and present the members of the class of 2017 to receive Fridley High School diploma. Congratulations, class of 2017.
Joy Zagib. Josiah Felling. Sarah Aboud. Khadija Abdelkader. Wyatt Abraham. Muhammad Aiden. Randy AJ. Abdul Ahmed. Kenny Ajay. Muhammad Al Fahed. Sumaya Al Fath. Omar Ali. John Allen. Muhammad Alubaide. Annika Anderson. Malik Armstrong. Jonathan Arzola. Lauren Backstrom. Esteban Badillo Ramirez. Davion Bailey. Cade Barden-Pratt. Linda Barkin. Sabrina Barrett. Abdullahi Bashir. Danielle Bauer. Natalie Becht. Dylan Bendel. Brian Bennick. Margaret Bergman. Parth Bakhta. Emily Burcham. Munaj Bozai. Alex Braun. Corey Breitenfeld. Justin Brown. Destiny Bowie. Jack Bullock. Samantha Burdick. Vanessa Campos. Katie Camposeco Rodriguez. Cameron Chavaria. Pukwel Christensen. Lucas Szynski. Luke Coilo. Michael Crandall. Ryan Kuzco. Miriam Dadsur. Jeffrey Damas. Robert Dennis. Leon DeShield. Haya DeWeaver. David Dowdy. Timothy Drude Huff. Maurice Elftman. Haley Enger. Evan Fisher. Caitlin Flint Hawkins. Gabriel Franklin. Keitra George. Thomas Goa. Jacob Graveldinger. Jillian Guza. Gabriel Hall. Jenny Harris. Rebecca Hector. Michael Heiling. Emma Helmer. Sasha Herder. Janice Hernandez. Madeline Hildebrand. Jamira Hill. Martino Holman. Tajiana Holmes. Zachary Hoy. Harris Hunter. Samuel Husett. Juliet Huin. Akkad Jalil. Samantha James. Anthony Jefferson. Zechariah Jabril. Keith Johnson. Ariane Jones. Destiny Jones. Treante Jones. Sanella Karich. Kautar Karui. Amir Kadar. Anisa Khan. Mahin Khatun. Muzena Khatun. Najin Khatun. Taiba Kudher. Yeni Kaizolu. Alexis Klanderud. Brennan Knudsen. Abigail Ladwig. Jerry Lara. Miguel Leva. Leanne Lennon. Thomas Leonard. Britta Llewellyn. Colt Lewis. Kendall Lewis. Suki Lowe. Julia Dorothy Lopez. Lali Lore. Maxwell Lord. Danny Magana. Angel Martinez Bautista. Menkan McBurrow. Jonathan Miller. Atia Mohammed. Kosar Mohammed. Ramla Mohamud. Lieja Moore. Kia Morgan. Giselle Morera. Lakendria Morris. Madison Morrissey. Katrina Mraz. John Murphy. Megan Murphy. Cedric Na. Zane Neal. Henry Wynn. John Wynn. Sumo Nyandibo. Prince Okoli. Jason Umro. Nadia Orina. Sierra Pacheco. Tenzin Palmo. John Parks. Marcus Paul. Noema Peacock. Alexis Peliquin. Ryan Pennington. Stephanie Perdue. Kasia Poe. Lisa Port. Mark Porter. Hold on. Aaron Pressoon. Natalia Provost. Kevin Prabilla. Maylin Quinones. Colton Ranstrom. Erica Raworth. Sagal Rawi. Zain Raziki. Tyreek Reeves. Kiana Rice. Martino Reiser. Nabiha Roba. Daisy Rodriguez. Diana Rodriguez. Jacob Rubel. Aubrey Salmala. Maya Salo. Niles Salter. Spencer Schlesser. Anna Schwint. Kasia Scott Powell. Alicia Seymour. Ian Sheichten. Asia Sims. Zachary Shervin. Tamaje Smith. Zachary Smith. Tenzin Sopa. Dustin St. Arnold. Ashley Stark. Julia Swensrud. Ann Tangren. Timothy Thorpe. Nyabana Silver Timothy. Daniel Chater. Nicole Tollefson. Roberto Torres. Jane Uday. Johnny Vang. Leader Vang. Sylvester Vang. Galul Vu. Philip Wald. Tadantrea Williams. Kajeltu Worku. Brandon Yang. Christian Yang. Daniel Yang. Jason Yang. Justin Yang. Kaylin Yang. Michael Youngquist. Marine Zeleny.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Fridley High School, class of 2017. Congratulations.